What's up guys, it's Animations here, and I'm going to show you how to use auto camera and parallax. So with auto camera, what it is it basically just tweens all the frames. So you put on your first frame where you want it to start, and then you go to your last frame and you put it at the end. So you want it on parallax like I did. You go back to your first frame, you click auto camera obviously, and you select the last frame or the last frame you want to do, and then look, you can read whatever you want. Nobody really does that. And then, see, it will just zoom in on that area. It's quite simple to use once you know how. And it's basically just tweening it to the area. You also have to have tweening on for this to work. If you wanted it to go on a different word, just go to the last frame and move the camera to a different word. How parallax works is you attach basically these stick figures to the camera. You move the camera, stick figures move along with it. What you have to do is you don't have to do this with stick figures. This is my example. You get two stick figures, say they're having a standoff. Let's change the colour of one, invert him so he looks like a villain. And then you make sure he's at the back because he's in the background, so you push him back. I forgot about this, so I had to do it later, but it's best to do it now. You get this chair, you make sure it's in the middle, and then you make sure this stick figure that you want to see him as if it's closer to you. Make it closer to you, push it forward. Go over to parallax, you select the stick figure that you want. You read all that, nobody does, so I can't be bothered. And then you select the parallax you want, and then you do this. See, it moves with the camera. I recommend if it's far back, you would use a lower one like 0, because then it will move slower with the camera. And then if it's closer to you, I recommend like 0.5, 0.6, or sometimes 0. The chair in the middle, you can put that on and you can make it go and move the same, but I didn't do this in this example. And then you select your other stick figure and you choose the parallax for him, like 0.1 or something if you want him to move the opposite like that. Or if you want it to move the same way, you can do like 0.5, 0.4. And the chair, optional, as I said before, you don't have to. It will look decent, but you don't have to. And then all you have to do is, so this is when I layered it, because I forgot to do it earlier. Best if you do it earlier, because it takes less time and you'll know what you're doing. Okay, and you just add a frame, and you move it along every time, add a frame. This is a bit of a bad example, but I've got better ones. And then you add frames so it like moves all over the place. You have to have tweening on, well, you don't have to, but it will look better with tweening on. So we put it back up there. We don't need to delete the frames, I just did. Okay, and I'm going to show you my example, my best example. It's the city, and then it's like the camera's moving. This isn't the very best example of it, but it's the only example I have. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe and share, because that really helps spread the good word of my channel. More tutorials coming later in the week, hopefully, as walking tutorials and punching tutorials, and sometimes shooting tutorials and sword tutorials. Whatever you want, put it in the comment section what you want for the next video.